Hello and welcome, this is Donna. This is a video that was requested. Um, it is an alternative spine binding thing. So I am working on this journal, and I actually went ahead and did this part, but I'm going to show you. And this is the signatures. There's 3. And it is going to end up going like this. So what I originally did was I chose to just do 2 entries, with and all through here, and used ribbon to wind it through on a large needle. And so this will be going through here, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Here we go. This book is about Marie Antoinette. It is a gift, and the Spenders. So I found a really beautiful piece of lace that had some holes in it. Doilies are great for this too. And I went ahead and I did this. All I did was figure out my spacing between my cover and the back of the book. And I glued this down like this. We're gonna do the same thing inside to give it more stability. Now, so I didn't have a raw edge, I did fold over and glue there. So let's just measure this out a little, figure out where we're going. I kind of didn't want to cover up this beautiful image, but I'm going to a little. And now my cat's going to start talking to us. Okay. She ignores me otherwise, but there's my scissors. If you could only see the rest of this desk, it is a total hot mess. Here we go. I'm just going to cut a little low so that I can fold under. Let's just go ahead and just give that a little bit of a fold. I'm being very gentle. This is a very fragile lace. Here's my messy glue bottle. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw some glue in here. I could leave a little lip here so it's a tuck, which I think I will, because I'm going to be pulling the lace over towards the inside back cover. And I could dot it right here so that they all combined. I do use the glitter glue, the art glitter glue, and it does work great on fabric, I find. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do that right up to the edge there and come down here, and then I will fold it gently and tuck it there, and I'm bringing it over towards here, and then press it down there. I don't want this like absolutely perfect. I want it to look old and collected and loved. So I'm gonna go over here so I can get, I'm sorry, I'm left-handed, so hopefully you guys are seeing this well. So I created a little tuck spot here, but I don't want that much of a tuck spot. So I'm going to dot this so that it stays down right there, and I will just press it with my finger. Sometimes I use the bottom of my bottle, that's why my bottles look like this. So you can do that. If you have like a letter opener, something like that, that helps too. I'm probably gonna decorate this up a little right here, so I'm not that worried that that's not, it's, as nice as I would like it. So before, I'm making sure on here, before we pull our ribbon of our signatures through, I'm going to flip this. I'm gonna make sure that you are in frame. Yay, okay. This desk has seen better days. It's really super old. but it's great. It's solid. I love it. I have this velvet, and what I'm going to be doing is just something over here like this. But for now, I have to cover up this mess here. So I cut the velvet, trying to figure out who's straighter and more perfect. I think it's this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover this up. This book, I think, was 1800s. I'll have to look at the text block. I will eventually do a flip through. I used wonderful digitals from so many people, and it has a haberdashery quality to it. So obviously I used Sam Poole and Ruby and Pearl, and I mean really a lot of different wonderful people out there who have those amazing digitals that, I mean, they're just stunning. They're so comparative to any antique book that you could get, or original ephemera. So I'm just gonna cover that up there. I want to pull some of that glue over there. I don't want to put too much under velvet because it will come through, just like silk. If you've ever glued silk, it can be disappointing because that will never fade away. Okay, so now we have this, right? Just leavenly press. Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and flip. And I'm not gonna mess too much with the trim there right now. I'll be a little more fussy with it later. I just want to show you how I'm going to do this. So this is how it will look. So let's get these in there. I have to figure out how I want the signatures to sit. So this is an odd way to do this, I know, but I'm actually going to start with the center. I mean, most time you would start with the back and move forward, but I want to make them even. The back one is a little bigger. The back one's a little bigger. So I'm just gonna come over here a little. And you know what, that's not true. I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, I'm gonna start with the back one. That makes more sense to me. And I just wanna eyeball it a little. And I'm not sure where my, not sure where my needle went, so I'm going to have to lean over the book. Here. I'm going to, now if you are a person who measures, you certainly can. You can space it out and measure it. I am going to line this up with the back, and I am going to push this. I kind of want the signature to be here, so I'm going to push that through the two of these holes here. Okay, so I just did that. So I know I want to, if this is nice and straight, I want to follow suit with this down here, right about, how high is this? Yeah, that's a little high. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're gonna go through there. Doilies work great for this, like I said. I'm just happy. I wanted to use very delicate lace for this book, that it went well with it. Okay, so I'm going to follow down for that pattern there, and I'm thinking this is as close as I get, right there. So I'll go right there. Sometimes if you just wind up your silk, you can just pop that right through. Okay, so let's look at what we have. So that's pretty good. Looks pretty even. So now we will move, and I will tie all of these when I get them all in. So now we have this one, and if we open the book, we can see we're right here, and that gives us plenty of room for all the little extra things I've put in here, which I know I will end up adding more. Okay, so let's look at that. And we're gonna follow the line right across here to do the rest of the signatures. I probably would have moved this over, but I do have this line right here in the lace itself that limits me. But the center signature is thinner. So I think I am going to be able to go right there before that line. So here we have this here, this here. I really don't think I want to mess with putting a hole in. I can put a hole right there. You can use your awl, put a hole, then maybe twist this and put it through. A needle, like I said, would work better, but for time's sake, I just didn't have that ready. Okay, so there's that on that one. And right here I'm measuring across here again, because I want, when they come out, the signatures to be even when I tie them. I want the bows to be even. So I put a hole in that. I put a hole in this right here. And I will stick that lace through the hole I just made. Which wasn't very cooperative. Okay, so see, they are even. Ta-da! And now we can put the third one in. We're still here. We're here now. And I know that I'm going to come way over here to the end on this because I have quite a little lip here for lots of room here. So that would be right around here. Make a hole with my awl. I can stick that right through and grab it on the other side. I made it sound real easy, didn't I? Yeah, here we go. There's that one. Okay, let's stretch these out so that we can see the bottom one now. And we're just going to come right down there, right across from there, and go right here. Another hole. The antique lace really lends itself to being manipulated easily like this. Yep, I can actually see that. Don't need to make it difficult here. I just saw that right there. Okay. Come on. It's a tiny hole. Okay. Oh, some of you wonder why I don't do tutorials. This is probably a lovely example of why. There we go. Okay, yay! Okay, so if I pull them all, they're pretty even. Are you seeing that? And I'll cut that thread, and it'll look really pretty when we're done. Okay, so look at that. Here we have that. That's nice. This will be covered with some velvet and some stuff. Here we have space there. That's beautiful. And what's nice about doubling, how I doubled this lace, is I didn't have to put lace on the spine part of all the signatures. Sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I will take a lace and just double it here so that when I have an open spine book with just a couple straps over the cover in the back, you'll see the backs of my signatures. that's why I put lace on them. But because I knew I was going to double this, I didn't. Okay, so now I'm going to try to do it over here, right-handed for all of you. What we would do now is, if we were going to take a piece like this right here, like say I'm going to do this as a support, you know, 2, I could go 1, 2, which is what I think I'll do. And then we're going to tie those. So let's look from the front first. Okay, it's got some support there. I really like this velvet, and it's easier for me to figure this part out first and go like this before I flip it over and cut it. If you would like to measure them before you do that. So as you can see, it's going to go right here. Sorry for the construction. And right there. So the ties will end up right on there. So I can go ahead and pull this over and figure out how sturdy or how tight I want that. And I think I will just my scissors are dull. Don't have dull scissors. It's because they get used for all kinds of stuff. Paper, whatever. Okay, so I know that I can pull that tight like that right there. And that will give me the strength I need. Let's just go ahead and throw some glue on there right there. And that's where I want to be. Kind of like that embossing right there. That worked out nice with the velvet. Okay, so you can see how that is right there. And then, see, that's going to give it some stability. And let's go over to the front. If you had a nice thick piece of something, that would have been sweet too. Like a big thick piece of lace, and I still could go in there and do that if I wanted to, but I really love that lace that I'm working with, so, and I want that to show. I am just going to try to get a straight line on this as much as I can. I could even fray it if I wanted to, like that's frayed right there. So now I'm going to come here, and my goal is to line it up so that it's right there. So when I pull this, so I have to remember that I'm going to be, I'll hold it this way, I'm going to be pulling this up to tie them. So I don't want it right on them because it's going to go like that. Okay. Too much glue there. Yeah, I did just wipe that on my table. I'll wash it later. I will. I'll try to get that off there too. The cool thing about journals and mixed media, which I love both, is that you can cover mistakes up. You know, you always have like a little piece of lace or a piece of paper that will cover that up. I know it looks kind of messy right now, but it will really be okay. Okay. And That's totally unexpected, the construction. Okay, so let's drop this back down here and line this up as best we can right here with the glue. Okay, and that was right on the edge there. I'm going to go ahead and press down a little, not too much. I want that look, but I don't want the glue to be popping through there. Okay, so that certainly gave us some stability on the book itself. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm hoping you can see this okay, I am now going to, let's start with the bottom first. They're easier to tie if you start with the bottom first. Okay. I'm not going to pull super tight. I want this kind of loose, and we are going to stabilize it inside. Although you could just, you know, leave it light like that if you wanted to. Okay, so there's that bow. And I'm going to go ahead, just so it's out of my way, pull that one. This is 2. About the same side, the same tightness. I think you know what I mean. And let's see, and then we can do the third one. Make your bows a certain length, you just pull them back. Okay, so that just has to be fussed with a little more to look nice on there, but I just wanted you to get the idea of that. And so, I mean, this is, it's a little loosey-goosey there. It's okay though. So if you're worried, now see how nice that actually worked? That signature looks like it's stable in there. You can do this. You can always mark where your edge is, and you can put just a little glue right on the edge there. And what you do is you figure out where your book's gonna lay, and you do this, and you push. You don't really ever see it from the inside, but what it does is it presses up against that lace, and you can go in here, and when I glued this, I could have put glue on the whole piece of velvet and then did this and pressed, and then that would stabilize it even more. But I'm actually quite happy with the flexibility of this book. So see, now see that's already grabbed there, and it doesn't really show anywhere in your signature. There's my center for that one. I think that might be the center for that one. So yeah, and I'll continue working on this and show you how it ends up in the end. But that was requested, and I hope that helped. I first learned open spine signatures from Heather from Ruby and Pearl, and I kind of just expanded on it. So thanks for spending your time with me. Have a great day. Bye.